Good morning, it's Tuesday. Oh my goodness, we have been talking so much this week about such amazing things. I am so excited. I'm just gonna try and adjust you guys while I'm walking. I'm so glad that you guys are here. Oh my gosh, I love it, I love it, I love it. And in case you notice, we do have some sunshine. I'm so excited. However, the temperatures, not so awesome with the wind chill. They're just frigid and cold. And I'm so not happy with them, but great news, spring is on the way. It will eventually show up. It's just taking the long way. I am so excited, you guys. This week we are talking about seeds and what we're planting, and guess what? Every waking moment that we have, we are planting seeds. From everything we see, everything we think, we hear, we do, we post, we decide. It's all seeds. It's all seeds that we plant. This live video is a seed that I'm planting. And for it to be successful, hopefully the person that needs to see it the most sees it. So that that seed is not only planted, but it can start to grow and be amazing and turn into a forest. Let's talk about some of the ways that we plant seeds. Our self-talk, if it's negative or if it's positive, that's a seed that we're planting. If we start complaining about what's going on in our life, those are definite seeds that we're planting. When we decide to start doing the work and taking the steps, those are seeds that we are planting. If you guys can think of somebody that might want to see this, go ahead and give me a share, send me some love. Also know that I usually don't see you if you don't comment. I don't know why Facebook does that to me, but it does. I don't really know about what Instagram does because I'm so new here. Hello, Crystal. I'm glad you're here. I did see that you waved. I'm waving. The way that we do things, the intent behind them. Are we trying to create peace? Are we trying to create some discord? Are we trying, what's the intent behind the action? We plant seeds when we pray. We plant seeds when we meditate. We plant seeds when we're wishing and hoping. We plant seeds when we're doing things in faith and we're faithful to them. We plant seeds when we love somebody and when we don't like somebody. We plant bitter seeds. We plant seeds of physical illness when we choose not to take care of ourselves. But we have to ask ourselves, are we conscious of some of the seeds that we're planting? And what can we do to get even more conscious? Because it seems like we live in an age where we are so connected to everybody. And social media has just been fantastic for that, and email and FaceTime and texting, like clear across the country. And it is amazing that we're building these connections and we're getting so many new relationships that we would have never had before. I just had a great phone call with my friend June from clear across the world. And we were just talking yesterday how we never would have met and become such good friends and been so close if it weren't for the technology, for social media. And the same with Crystal. I would have never met her. I don't drive up through her state, so that would have never happened. So I've built these great connections and I've made all these amazing friends, and every friend I meet is another seed, and we plant seeds within each other's garden, and we plant seeds in our own life garden. But I want you guys to know, sometimes the seeds that we plant don't grow. And a lot of times, can you guys hear how loud that is today? I'm gonna have to have the hubby look at it. It's just been really loud. Sometimes we plant seeds, but we plant wish seeds. You know, like the wishes off dandelions. We just blow them in the air and we're like, oh, I wish that would grow. And then we walk away thinking, I wish it would grow. And every once in a while we go, yeah, I remember I wish that. But we don't do any of the work to get it to grow. How crazy is that? Sometimes our negative stuff, our complaints, our rants, our vents, which are all good things. We're allowed to complain, we're allowed to be upset, we're allowed to vent. But if we spend too much time focusing on that, I'm going to adjust this right. There we go. If we spend too much time focusing on those complaints or those venting sessions or things that are upsetting us, or we get really, really focused inside our own minds with a negative self-talk, that will grow us a field of noxious weeds. And it is so hard. It can be done, but it is very hard to weed that entire field. It can be done. It is hard work. You just have to get into the dirt and get it done. But if we don't have to plant a field of noxious weeds, why would we? We don't have to. That's a choice that we make. And we make it by being really focused on the negative stuff. At the same time, something amazing happens. There's almost like a magic in the garden where we plant a seed thinking, oh, I'm going to get a really pretty daisy, or I'm planting a really pretty sunflower. And the next thing you know, we've worked at it and we've watered it and we've focused on it and we've taken really good care of it and we've pulled all the weeds out of it, and we end up with a giant sequoia tree forest. It's in that magic that those things happen. Sometimes we plant a forest and we only end up with 1 or 2 trees, and that's okay. What we're growing, what we're harvesting are the things that we are really focused on. And if we don't focus on them and we don't work on them, those seeds don't grow or they turn to weeds. Now, I will tell you guys this. I have a lovely flower bed and I have worked on it so much, and I have some really amazing things that I've planted. I love hollyhocks. I didn't know you could buy seeds, so when I found them in the store, I was so excited. And I did a whole thing on Facebook. Do you guys remember when I did that whole thing about planting and watching them grow, and it was going to take time? Well, I did not realize when you plant a hollyhock seed and it does take root, that it takes 2 years before it's ready. But last year, I was like, oh, I don't know. I mean, I worked these all the year before. And then last year, it was like one morning, I just walked out in the backyard. Hi, sweetheart. And those hollyhocks were 7 foot tall, and there were blooms everywhere. Remember we did the video out there right in front of the hollyhocks, and the bees were all around, and it was just so gorgeous. So sometimes, even though it feels like those seeds that we've planted aren't really going, we just have to continue working. We have to continue being faithful. We have to continue taking action, because it may take a little while, but eventually they grow and they sprout up. Now, my neighbor has, oh goodness, what is it called? She has some morning glory. And because she has not taken care of it on her side, it comes under the fence and wraps itself around my beautiful flowers. My hollyhocks, my echinacea, which are purple cones, by the way. I didn't realize that. And they take 2 years before they really start going too. And just my little plants. I've got a dragon plant. But anyways, these morning glory vines, oh my goodness, they come up underneath the fence and they wrap themselves around my beautiful flowers and just start strangling them. So even though they've grown and they're so beautiful and they have all of these blooms all over them and I'm just out there celebrating and loving my plants, if I don't check the weeds, like the complaining, the negative self-talk, the getting focused on the venting to too many people, getting focused on posting things that don't make anything better, that just create arguments and fights, and yes, like negative self-talks, exactly. If I don't take care of those things, they will choke my hollyhocks out. So I have to be cautious, like you have to be cautious, like we have to be cautious about how much negativity we're planting in our personal life gardens. And it's not that we can't have those. I don't want you guys to think that, oh, I'm not allowed to have a negative thought or say a negative word or vent about something that's making me angry. You absolutely can and you absolutely should. There's no reason that you should be stuffing that down, because then we just, have that volcanic eruption. But if I call Crystal, if I call you to vent about something, I don't need to also call 12 other people and vent about the exact same thing. Why? Because that's putting my focus in that, and that is really getting that seed planted deep so that it will become like a morning glory and choke out all of the positive stuff that I'm trying to do. I'm trying so hard to plant it and grow it and make it a wonderful harvest for myself. Now, I know that you guys, there are several of you that have seen my planting seed posts and have been a little bit confused. So that's kind of the reason that I chose to do the video this way today, because I want you guys to understand that everything we do, morning glory, is toxic, but I do like the little bloom flowers on them. I just don't want them in my flower bed. I do want you guys to understand that, okay, so I've done this video and you guys have been involved and we've done it together. So I've planted seed in your garden and your interaction is planting seed in my garden. What I want you to understand is that seed, like the hollyhocks, are not going to take full bloom and create a forest in an hour. They just won't. We have to work at them. We have to take consistent action. We have to take on purpose action. And we have to continue tending them. Constant maintenance, that's right. We have to continue maintaining them, continue moving forward, continue doing the work, so that when we walk out one day, there is a 7-foot hollyhock with these gorgeous blooms on them. It takes time, it takes energy, it takes effort, and sometimes you literally have to get down in the dirt, get your hands in the dirt and get all dirty and pull out those weeds. It's hard work. It totally can be done. I am absolutely ready to help you jump in and pull all those weeds and hit the goals that you're trying to hit, to get that harvest that you're trying to get in. So exciting. And just so you guys know, yes, even though I just said that, I literally was in the backyard last week looking at my hollyhocks going, oh, I wish it was spring so you guys could, come back to life and give me some more blooms. So I am one of those people that the minute I plant something and I'm like, why aren't you growing? And I do go back and check a lot. Not that I'm expecting them to grow, but I am expecting that there will be a little movement the longer time goes on. And the more focused I am on that, and the more I tend to that, the better they will grow, and the more chance that they will have to really bring an amazing harvest. So what if today we took an opportunity to just kind of step back and look at the seeds that we're planting, not just in our life, but in other people's lives. And I get it, we all try really, really hard to be positive, but I also think that we need to try and step into not being so negative. Just because we see it, just because we hear it, just because it's a passing thought, doesn't mean we have to put so much energy and work into that. Because we don't. We can see it and let it be one of those wish seeds that just fly on by that we don't want. We can see it and go, you know what? That's morning glory. Nope, I don't want that in my flower bed. I don't want that in my garden. I'm going to let that one go. I'm going to pluck that one out. And yes, we may have to do it several times. That doesn't mean it can't be done. It just means it takes the work, it takes the effort. Your garden, your forest, whatever it is you're planting, whatever it is you're hoping to harvest, the more you focus on it, it's going to be amazing. And there's going to be some magic that happens. You're going to start with a little daisy that pops up. And if you keep working that daisy and working that daisy, eventually you'll end up with a rose. And the rose will go to a hollyhock, and the hollyhock will go to a pine tree or just something amazing. And the next thing you know, you're walking through a forest with wildflowers everywhere, and that's the garden of your life. It's all about what we put into it, and it's all about the magic that we can make because we become master magicians. So what do you guys think? Are you up for it? Are you ready to give this a little try and think about the things consciously? Pay attention to the seeds that you're planting, not just in your own life, but in other people's lives with the way we talk and the actions that we take and the things that we do. Are you in? Are you in? Everybody? Yes, we're all in. We're all going to be planting new seeds. But now it's new seeds, and I'm hungry for a fantastic garden and forest and amazingness, and I cannot wait to see what you guys bring in and what you guys harvest in your beautiful new amazing gardens and fields of wildflowers and amazing forests. I love you guys, and I cannot wait till next Tuesday so we can visit some more. Have a great week, guys.